This is TV18 and you're watching CNBC TV18.
Presented by Hindustan Unilever Limited.
Hello and welcome to a very exciting edition of Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 4. I'm Ankit Vengurlekar filling in for Sandeep, and I'm extremely excited to be on this campus because this is IIM Ahmedabad, the holy grail of management education, highly revered by most management students all over the country. And why not? Some of the best marketing minds have come out of these classrooms. But you know what? IIM Ahmedabad has a very uphill task. Here's why. IIM Ahmedabad is also the most successful institute in the history of IIM and has always made it to the final stage. While it lost to NITI in the first season, IIM Ahmedabad beat IIM Kozhikode to win the Line 2 Grand Finale. Last year, however, it made it to the finals but ended the day in a very disappointing 4th position. This year, as always, a lot of expectations are riding on the teams from IIMA to put on a great show and defend their institute's pride. The case for IIM Ahmedabad is from one of India's sunrise sectors, the rapidly growing online retail industry. Myntra.com, that sells lifestyle and fashion products online, wants to woo more women to shop on their site. Basically, find an answer to the existential question, what do women really want? Here's a look at the case. Myntra.com is India's largest online retailer of fashion and lifestyle products with over 350 national and international brands in its portfolio. Every day, the 1,200-strong back-end team in Bengaluru focuses on delivering clothes, shoes, cosmetics and accessories to the doorsteps of consumers across 480 cities. It has become one of the fastest-growing e-commerce companies in India, with revenues doubling every 5 to 6 months. In fact, it is confident of becoming a 500 crore rupee company by the end of March 2013. The primary target is the 22 to 30-year-old SEC A and B consumer. However, since it has focused primarily on the male consumer until now, Myntra.com has realized that the share of women traffic is very low at 30%, and that's the segment it wants to attract now.
We'll ask students to think of innovative and creative ways in which we can reach out to women audience and engage with them and hopefully convert them into Myntra's buyer on a regular basis. We expect the students to be able to understand the problem fully deeply, study the domain, study the competitors in this space, and then come up with the creative ways in which we can potentially engage women audience.
So the challenge for the IIM Ahmedabad teams is to create a strategy to make Myntra.com the preferred shopping destination for women and increase the percentage of women shoppers from 30% to 45%. They will need to segment women shoppers and determine the key purchase drivers for lifestyle products. They will also need to identify the barriers to trial and find ways to address them. So, very interesting challenge. Myntra.com wants to woo more women shoppers. And the two teams from IIM Ahmedabad, Season 4 of IIM, that are rising up to this interesting challenge are Agent Kotler and Lemon Fresh. Now, I like the paradox. 6 guys are trying to figure out what women want. Answer to a question that millions of years of human civilization has been trying to find. So let's see how well they've done. Before they impress the judges, let's find out how it was working on the case and what are the key insights. Starting with Team Lemon Fresh, it's 3 of you. One person's sitting and writing an examination right now. He'll be joining you later during your presentation, right? Team Lemon Fresh, what do women want when they shop online?
The 2 most important things I think they really want is variety and style. So they want good designs, and these designs should change. You can't have the same design throughout the year.
So Team Agent Kotler, it's 3 of you, only 2 of you here. Where's the third guy?
Yeah, so the third guy, that's Ashish. He's on exchange right now. He's gone to Booth University in Chicago, US.
What do you think women want when they shop online?
The couple of things that were most important that we felt that women want is a price discount. They would love it.
But isn't that universal?
Yeah, it is. But the thing is, if a woman is getting something now and at a cheaper price, she'll buy. If she's getting something 2 weeks later at a lower price, but still she'll like to buy it now itself.
Fantastic. Looks like these guys have done their research thoroughly. Only the judges will decide now which team has really cracked the code of getting more women to shop on Myntra.com. In just a bit, They'll be up in front of the jury members on season 4 of IIM here at IIM Ahmedabad.
It might not be scalable and you cannot cover all the geographies.
The aspirational value in tier 2 and tier 3 cities is increasing. What about the real physical barriers?
जब देखो ऑफिस ऑफिस या फिर फ्रेंड्स, शादी के बाद थोड़ा तो चेंज होना चाहिए.
Mr. Varun?
Yeah?
So this is a confirmation call for your candlelight dinner. So 8 p.m. confirmed?
No, no.
यस, तुम पहले नहीं बता सकते थे?
Change is a wonderful thing. Experience it in the new Ford Figo. German technology, robotic quality control, tamper-proof packing, Bharati cement, 3 times better.
One measure of racing heartbeats. Some wind in the hair. Some sweet, sweet music. And there you have it. A better car. When we created Servo Futura Synth, it was never about making a better engine oil. It was about making cars better. Servo Futura Synth, 100% synthetic engine oil from Indian Oil.
Hi uncle! Music बंद नहीं होगा. तुझे जो करना वो कर ले. Thank you. बंद क्यों किया? अबे यार SMS आया है. 2-3 मिनट का इंटरनल बाकी है. पार्टी की तो
ओ सेनापति सुना ना, अब जा खड़ूस अंकल को सॉरी बोल और उनके वाईफाई का पासवर्ड लेके आ.
अरे यार क्या बात कर रहे हैं? जाना यार.
गाइस वैसे इंटरनेट टॉपअप भी हो सकता है. टॉपअप डन.
Welcome back. You're watching Lessons in Marketing Excellence. This is season 4 and we are at the IIM Ahmedabad campus this week with a very, very exciting case study from Myntra.com. The two teams are all set. The first one going up is Team Lemon Fresh. But before that, let's take a look at the jury members. Arun Srinivas, Vice President, Skincare and Makeup from Hindustan Unilever. Ashutosh Lavania, co-founder and head Sales and Marketing for Myntra.com, and Anuradha Sengupta from CNBC TV18. The first team going up is Team Lemon Fresh. They're all set with a presentation. 3 minutes. That's all you have. Take it away.
The online retail market in India is growing at a phenomenal rate. The industry is changing continuously, and some of the recommendations that we had when we submitted the presentation are already in action today. We started off by doing a detailed competitor analysis based on a primary and secondary research on both the products as well as services. One of the key gaps that we identified in the product portfolio of Myntra was that of the home and decor segment. We then, on a primary research, did a behavioral segmentation based on usage. For consumers who've shopped online, a cluster analysis was done. And for consumers who have little or no experience of online shopping, a factor analysis was done. Based on the cluster analysis, we came up with 3 major clusters. The first one being that of convenient buyers who look for simplicity and a hassle-free process. Next, the commodity buyers who look for standardized products and user reviews. The cautious buyers who look for trust and quality. Based on our market potential as well as our product offering, the target segments identified for us are convenient buyers and the cautious buyers. The factor analysis based on the barriers to trial led us to reach to 2 segments. The first segment are the ones who miss the tangible elements of outdoor shopping, and the second ones are those who are hassled by the operational issues like security, the complexity of the website. After this, for each and every category, we identify the main drivers and also the products in each category which have more acceptability for online shopping. In order to increase the category width, we recommend to enter into the home and living segment. For increasing the category depth, we should have our own private labels. We should also expand our plus size ranges as it finds high acceptability amongst women for online shopping.
We have structured our recommendations into 4 major concepts. The first concept is the what size am I feature, which will target the convenience and the tangible segments, and will work on both an online and an offline model. In online model, the user can key in their measurements and we will provide the right size across brands. In the offline model, we will have kiosks which we set up across high street areas in cities, and customers can come and enter their measurements through an automated setup. The second concept is on online personal closet application, which is to maintain your very own online wardrobe for mixing and matching your favorite products and brands. It's aimed particularly at the tangible segment. The third concept is aimed at cautious buyers and the trust deficit segment, where we are offering on-the-spot trial. Going to the marketing initiatives, before that we've tested our concepts on our TG, and we have extrapolated the responses, and along with a few conservative estimates, we have arrived at a 46% contribution from women in 2 years. Going to the marketing initiatives, we will use personal closet application to go into social retail, where we will identify Myntra divas whose personal wardrobe we can display across Facebook. Kiosks will also act as a major touch point for us, where we will brand Myntra, we'll display our product range, we'll communicate our new releases and offers, and also explore QR codes and card payment. Targeted TV commercials, which will be aimed at the tangible and the trust deficit segments, which will drive up penetration. We have done a cost-benefit analysis of all our recommendations, and the IRR comes to 23%. We've also come up with the key success matrix and a detailed staging plan for our recommendations.
I would like to understand what kind of study you have done on home and decor segment, which you are claiming, okay, like it will drive more and more women consumers. So do you have some data points regarding that?
Through secondary data analysis, we have found that this particular segment is growing at approximately 15% CAGR. But our primary insight comes from the consumer segment. So basically, one of the insights are that the home and living segment is basically a very standardized thing. So for example, let us say that you want to buy a 2-bed bedsheet. Okay, so there is no need to test that bedsheet because it would fit on all the standard beds. So that is why the selling process would be very efficient in this particular segment.
See, now if you look at the entire product portfolio that Myntra has, it's very, it's a lot of personal care. You know, and I'm saying if you look at whether it's apparel, whether it's shoes, jewelry, etc., people might really enjoy the shopping experience, you know, offline, which might be a significant barrier even amongst people who are pro, let's say, the online medium as a vehicle of purchase. So while you may have considered barriers for trial amongst people who are, let's say, not pro-internet or pro-online shopping, what about the real physical barriers, you know, which really will come in the way for consumers who may go online but, you know, might end up buying books and other stuff?
So that is what we are going to target through the personal closet concept that we have, where we have some Myntra divas whose so it will be an aspirational value to become a Myntra diva. B, you will get to know what the current trends are, and then that will be a driver for many women. Apart from that, we are also including the touch and feel factor through our kiosks. So we will try and reach out as much as possible through that, build trust, and there will be an automated system where you can key in your measurements also. You can look at the entire product portfolio. Apart from that, all our releases will be communicated through that. So that will be another major touch point where we can build trust.
See, there is like a lot of like tier 2, tier 3 market where a lot of women shoppers, have been shopping from a lot of like fragmented markets, which is like local shops. So how would you reach out to those people? Because whatever like kiosks you are talking about, it might not be scalable and you cannot cover all the geographies, because like overall if you look at like India is a big market with like in terms of geographies.
One thing that's really going to help us to penetrate in the tier 2 and tier 3 cities is the private label. Now private label ensure two benefits. One, it gives us much higher margins because the margins are in the tune of 50% for private labels. Plus the aspirational value in tier 2 and tier 3 cities is increasing, so they are looking for branded products, but at the same time they don't want to spend too much. So private label is where the gap actually gets bridged, and this appeals to them a lot. Many of the other online retailers like Yepme have followed the same strategy, and they have only private labels now and have around 70% get 70% of their customers from tier 2 and tier 3 cities.
Okay. You did a lot of competitor analysis, and what is interesting to see is that it's not just Myntra's problem that women are not such a large component of the shoppers online, right? So it's everybody, it's a category problem. Is there anything that Myntra has as an advantage over the others when it comes to reaching out to women?
Myntra has a high variety of brands. In fact, there's a separate tab on the website which lists all the brands, and it enables easy navigation. So that is one thing that attracts women. The other thing is generally women like to match their clothes with the accessories. So when you click on to buy a particular top, you also given recommendations of what will be the jewelry that you can buy along with it, which appeals a lot to the women. And also we have the style blog. So you have all the latest trends. So women generally keep a tab on, you know, what's the latest in the market, what others are buying. The style blog will give them a good idea of what's latest in the market and how the designs are evolving.
All right, thank you.
Well done, Team Lemon Fresh. Thank you so much, and make way for Team Agent Kotler. We'll be with you in just a bit.
So what's your really one big killer idea?
Any idea is not good enough because it will be easily replicated.
make your travel experience congestion-free. We envision a greener tomorrow where abundant power empowers you. A future where you never run out of clean water. One with clear blue skies and cleaner air to breathe. Hitachi, the leader in social innovation business, is building cities that are greener and more comfortable to live in through our innovative technologies. Hitachi, inspire the next.
This week on CNBC TV18 and VH1 Club Class, presented by Tara Manza.
A lot of what has happened in my life has to do with fate, including the people that I've met, people I've loved. Of all the places that I went to in the US, I landed up in Chicago, which is like the mecca of blues. So blues is in my blood. Music is inherently me. If I didn't have music at the beginning of the day, I know it's going to be a bad day. I like working with people with dreams, investing in their dreams. I like encouraging them, and that's what I do now.
CNBC TV18 and VH1 Club Class, presented by Tata Manza. 19th and 20th Jan, 5 p.m. on CNBC TV18.
मम्मा मैं सिर्फ कार इंश्योरेंस रिन्यू कर रहा था बिना कंपेयर किए. Do you all buy insurance without comparing? PolicyBazaar.com पे जाओ, पॉलिसी साइड बाय साइड कंपेयर करो और पैसे बचाओ. PolicyBazaar.com.
Lenovo presents India 3.0 IT Innovation Awards, powered by CNBC TV18 and NASCOM. For more information, please email nominate.itinnovation@network18online.com. Log on to www.india3.co.in or nascom.in/IIIA.
Presented by Lenovo, for those who do. Powered by NASCOM and CNBC TV18. Co-presented by Intel, sponsors of tomorrow, and Microsoft. Knowledge partner Frost & Sullivan.
I don't get it. Why can't you stop and ask? I told you to stop and ask for directions, but no, you won't. You want to depend on the GPS. Now we're lost, and it's all your fault.
Now get lost exactly where you want. The Vento, now with GPS, rear view camera, multi-function steering, and a whole lot more.
Volkswagen, das Auto.
Welcome back. You're watching Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 4. We are at the IIM Ahmedabad campus on the Myntra Challenge. It's time for Team Agent Kotler to present their recommendations. 3 minutes, team, to impress. Arun, Ashutosh and Anuradha, take it away.
The objective of the case given to us was first to convert the Myntra into a preferred destination for women. Secondly, to increase the contribution from female category. So to understand the consumer dynamics of online shopping, we conducted 4 in-depth interviews and 3 FGDs in our target segment of females. Few key consumer findings were: first, our target group is outgoing, socially conscious and want to let the world know how they look. Secondly, they seek approval from their friends while selecting amongst the various options. Thirdly, they value experts' advice a lot. To formulate the strategy, we segmented the customer on the basis of internet usage, age and occupation. From there, 2 major target segments that we identified there. First, the simplifier, someone who buys online and is an experienced internet user in the age group of 25 to 35. We need to increase the share of wallet from this segment. Secondly, the surfers who browse a lot but does not buy and is in the age group of 18 to 25. We need to increase the footfall from this segment as they are considered as an advisors to other groups. Few ideas that Myntra should implement. First, introduce the discussion forum where female can share the pics of the latest fashion. Pinterest does something similar and has more than 60% of the female subscribers. Secondly, include the like button and information like number of views, number of likes for each product. This will help the consumer to know the latest trend. Thirdly, to tackle the issue of lack of standardizing sizing across the brands, provide a table which compares sizes across all brands. Fourthly, encourage consumers to share what they like on email or social media with friends. They will get an advice on what to buy and Myntra will acquire new customer at a very low cost.
The problem in the industry is that any novel idea can be easily replicated. So what we have done, we have given a lot of category-wise ideas which when implemented 1 or twice at a time in an interval of 3 months would keep Myntra ahead of the curve and it will create a position of a leader which everyone else follows. So the first category is apparels. So make the time from midnight to 2 a.m. as a happy hour of shopping, where 5% additional discount is given. For sportswear, introduce a campaign, what's the new gym look, where people can bundle accessories and products and can sell it. So the consumers and as well as Myntra will come to know about what's hot in fashion. The next category is ethnic wear. Send a cute and inexpensive gift like chocolates or keyring with a teddy bear on every purchase of ethnic wear. This will add a personal touch in the shopping experience. Moving on to jewelry, deliver a tamper-proof pack and a certification of quality to ensure authenticity of the product. Launch a class of your jewelry campaign where girls can upload their pic wearing jewelry from Myntra. Winners would become models for Myntra. For footwear category, give SMS credit on every purchase. Since time spent on texting by female is increasing, this would be a popular idea and would lead to word-of-mouth publicity. Lastly, the cosmetic segment. Create a virtual world where customers can use the product virtually and see the effect of the use of that product. Provide a separate beauty partner section on website where beauty parlors can share beauty tips. The criteria for success of these ideas would be increase in recency of purchase, increase in frequency of purchase, increase in amount of purchase per transaction, and increase in the repeat purchase. Thank you.
I saw a lot of, let's say, good practical ideas. Some of them will work, some of them may not work. And some of them may not even be sustainable, because let's say if you get the new gym look, I'm really not sure how you'll have a calendar which will span out for, let's assume, next 18 or 24 months. So what's your really one big killer idea?
Any idea is not good enough because it will be easily replicated. Whatever you do, all your competitors will replicate it. So there cannot be one single idea. What we are suggesting is have many ideas, small ideas, launch it in an interval of, let's say, 3 months or so that the consumers are just hooked to your offers and they are just blown away by your ideas itself. For example, you can ask people to buy ethnic wear from Myntra, click a photograph, upload it on Myntra, and the winners can be published in a monthly Myntra magazine. So a Myntra magazine would be for fashion tips, as a consumer insight was that they like to follow celebrity news, they like to follow what celebrities are wearing, and they like to know about the fashion news. So a Myntra magazine will have all that and will also have details about the new arrivals. So that is an idea that could work. And what will also happen is if people are uploading their photos, they'll probably share it with a lot of their friends, and you will be able to acquire a lot of their own friends. So the customer acquisition cost, which is very high in this industry, its average is more than 1,200 rupees for any company in this industry. That customer acquisition cost will come down and your margins will increase.
You are talking about largely engagement, like build engagement with the basically women consumers, and from engagement they will come to Myntra website, and it will be largely predominantly by sharing on some of the social network and probably word of mouth. So is there any other idea or strategy where we can reach faster? Probably it will grow organically and it may take some more time, and as you said, competitor will always be there, probably they can also replicate.
A lot of people browse in the time of night from 12 to 2 or 3 a.m. but the people who buy in that time is very, very low. If you will come up with a happy shopping scheme, then your customers who are just browsing will convert and your conversion rate would be higher, you'll earn more revenues. And that is a quick technique, because as soon as you do it, very instantly you'll find that the consumers are converting.
It will take 5 minutes for competitor to replicate this.
No, the company will not take 5 minutes. It will probably see your performance for the next 2 or 3 months.
I'm saying the implementation of idea, there's no differentiator that you are building. It's like, more of a execution game. And especially it will boil down to how much discount I am giving. So
the idea is, first of all, to bring the consumers on the website. That is the first and foremost thing. Then research shows, we talked to the marketing head of 99 label, Ms. Sarika Grover. We talked to her long back, not for this project. So she said that women are impulsive buyer. They're not going to wait for anything. Even if you say, I'm going to drop the price to 50%, but it will be available next week, they're not going to wait. They're going to buy now. So if we are able to bring them on our website, if your product is good enough, if your product lineup is good enough, they are going to buy. The way you'll bring them is discussion forums where people where especially women can upload the pics of the latest fashion or something that they've liked. So if we have these discussion forums now, and maybe in a time of 3 months or so, we develop a good consumer base on the discussion forum, maybe your competitors would rise to that occasion then after 3 months. But by that time, we would have a head start, we would have a first mover advantage, and we would have had a good consumer base which will remain loyal.
So you have lots of little ideas which we've already commented on. Once the woman comes on to Myntra.com to shop, okay? How do you get the women there? Because it seems to be a category problem that women are not shopping as much online as they would in real brick and mortar stores.
So as we said that you can organize a lot of competitions, like we gave the idea of what's the new gym look.
So this is in once you get to Myntra.com, isn't it?
The thing is, if one user...
Just answer my question. How do I get people to Myntra.com? Don't tell me what will happen once I get there, please. And women are very impatient.
So the thing is, it's not like Myntra is not getting women at all. There are still 30% of the revenue coming from women. So by all these ideas, they would be excited when they receive cute and inexpensive gifts. When they didn't really ask for it, they're going to be excited. They're going to tell a lot of friends about it. They're going to share the pic of, we have a lot of competition where you have to share a pic of whatever you have bought from Myntra. So they're going to share it, and it's going to create a buzz among the female community. And that is what will bring them online.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you and well done, Team Agent Kotler. It's now time to let the judges decide which team, according to them, has really understood what women want and what will drive them to Myntra.com. While the teams step out to look back on their performance, we listen in to the jury's debate.
I think that social engagement bit I really liked. So basically 2 things from first team.
But I like lots of the ideas that the second team actually said were more implementable.
Nobody was outstanding.
Both had their own pluses and minuses.
Yeah.
It looks like this is going to be a very close call.
In hindsight, I think we should have looked at the other markets, especially the emerging markets, or maybe even the Australia market and the US market, because we believe that the Indian market would make a transition towards the US model.
We were not able to the cost and benefit analysis of all of the ideas which we gave there.
It's a very, very, very tough call because Team Agent Kotler has scored 18.5 and Team Lemon Fresh has scored 18.6. So with a 0.1 margin, Team Lemon Fresh wins the Myntra.com challenge at IIM Ahmedabad. My God, big round of applause. Ashutosh, let's go to you. What do you think worked in Team Lemon Fresh's favor?
I think both of them have valid ideas and which can be implemented. Lemon Fresh team is also they are also having like 2 good ideas like private label, and which has fortunately it has been working in favor of us, and a lot of women shopper actually buying a lot of right now, like whatever private label we have launched, they've been buying. So there's a data also.
And with that, it's a wrap here at IIM Ahmedabad Season 4. A very, very exciting challenge, a nail-biting finish clinched by Team Lemon Fresh. Congratulations once again. We'll see you at the semi-finals. And it's time to say goodbye to you guys. We'll see you next week from a different campus on yet another real-life marketing challenge. Keep watching CNBC TV 18. Thank you.
When you finally win, it really feels good. Some of our recommendations regarding the home and decor segment as well as the private label were really appreciated by the judges.
Presented by Hindustan Unilever Limited.